Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be getting a lawn mower on demo, and it's ready so that if we like it we keep it. So all the extras and stuff like that have been added already, and apparently it's already here, so let's get loaded off.
12 seconds later.
When you have them like that,
yeah,
it'll start. Obviously, when you fire it up, you will probably have to pull the choke up very slightly for a couple of seconds, and you'll hear the engine note change.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah.
That's your speed control. You've got obviously the speed control here. So if I've got it on turtle at the moment, slowest control.
Right.
Then you've got like a kind of tractor trailer mode, which I wouldn't really use anyway.
No.
Then you've got obviously the fast speed.
Yeah.
So if you were to put it down to there.
Yes.
Then have that on full chat, that will be full whack,
yeah,
like speed wise, for like kind of transporting around.
Yeah.
Cutting, you probably want it on that one, and even at full speed on there, it's pretty quick.
Pretty quick, yeah.
That's to obviously engage your PTO.
Yes.
To engage your deck, sorry.
Yeah, put it in gear.
Yeah, and then basically that's your height of cut. So you see that? That just goes down there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That bit on the side is if...
That's the flap that was on about, yeah, you can take that off.
You can take it off the side.
Because if you want to blow it
side
out.
discharge, exactly, mate, yeah. This adjusts your suspension stiffness. So you can have it fairly rock hard.
Yeah.
Or if you want it, like me, nice and... So, floating. So if you're going across the flat bit, I mean, to be honest, you're probably there. But if it's a bit kind of like that, I would just, do you know what? I'd probably just keep it on that, just because it's the most comfortable.
Yeah.
Obviously, dipstick there, to check your oil. That's all been, that you won't have to worry about. That's all been PDI'd and everything.
Yeah.
There's pretty much near enough a full tank of fuel in it for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously you've got your key there, just your height, and that is pretty much it, mate. Okay. On this, it's pretty straightforward. Give you a ring on Thursday. Was it Monday, didn't it? If I give you a ring Wednesday, then that'll give you a good idea of using it. I'd rather you get a good demo out of it than we just do half an hour cut.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have a go, use it, get it dirty.
Yeah.
And go from there, mate. Obviously the seat adjusts as well. Move it up, that's your battery and everything else.
Oh yeah, sorry, to get the battery in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
flip the latch. That's it.
Go back down there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it on that one, bud.
You've got your pipe to wash for washing off.
That's your deck wash basically.
Deck wash, sorry, right,
yeah. So if you just get it,
put
your hose in it,
there,
and it'll just blow it all out, rather than you having to, you know, mess around trying to get under there and clean it yourself.
Yeah.
So
and what's if you want to take the deck off?
There, see that clip there?
Yes.
And that bolt there on each side. That should drop the deck down for you.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, the only time you ever need to do that is when you want to change the blades.
Yes. Well, that and clean the deck. You know, get it nice and clean.
Yeah,
for
exactly that. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you get stuck, what I do, have a look in there.
Yeah.
I've had a good read in there.
But you could, because of the thingy there, you could lift. Can you lift that out of the front? Is that quite heavy or not? Physically lift it.
There we go, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could tip that back, you block it up.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is just make sure you don't lift it too far back, because you don't want the oil kind of going. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially with pedestrian mowers, you tilt them like that.
Yeah.
Ruins the effort.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you can do. I just wouldn't have too much of an elevation, just to make sure you don't do any damage to the engine.
Yeah.
So what we did is we got a mower that has a mulching deck on it, so that we don't have to get rid of like all of the grass. When we cut the grass, there's just so much grass that we have to try and get rid of. So we went with the mulching deck. So what it does is when we cut it, it then cuts it up again inside the mower and then blasts it back in the ground, so that you don't have to get rid of the grass. It does mean you have to cut it a little bit more often, but with this mower we can get over the ground a lot quicker because we don't have to go and unload. As you can see, the grass has been blown back down. It's It's a little bit tall, so you know there is a little bit more there than would have hoped. It's quite leggy as well. It's all started to go to seed because we've been waiting for the mower to come so that we can cut the lawn with a good amount of grass there, so that we can get a good proper demo, and then we'll know if we want it. We went with the Toro. Quite like the Toro because we had another Toro mower, an old one, a push, and what we do with that is the edges to make it easier when we come in with the sit-on mower. This here is the old one that we have been doing it with, but for some reason the cutting blade, it's got 3 in there, and it cuts the 2 nicely, but then there's like a narrow thin bit in the middle. This one's quite old now anyway, and it needed replacing, so we thought now would be the perfect time. And as we're talking, we've got some cows that have come to see what's happening.
I love cows.
Yeah, these ones aren't very friendly, these ones. I mean, some of them are, but then you get those ones over there, sort of the smaller ones that are a little bit more on the spooky side. The other group that we've got, the one that we have, the Bowser, they're much better. It's in terms of you can get up close to them and stuff. Oh, got to go and do something quickly.
5 minutes later.
Right, we just had to move a couple of tables that were on the lawn. I don't know if you heard when we were doing the demonstration about how you steer it. So the 2 arms, when they're wide out, it's in neutral, parked, and then you bring it in, push forward to go forward, and then pull back to go back. If you want to go left, you push the right one forward, and then it locks the left side, and then you'll sort of rotate, and then obviously the opposite to go right. So that's how that is.
I'm learning so much.
Takes a bit of getting used to because we've never had anything like this before. The old one was a steering wheel, so it's a lot easier. This one you can turn much sharper with it once you get used to it, obviously. So I'll put you down and then you can see the lawn being cut. Yay! The grass cutting, the new mower. You would have seen it if you watched the last video when we went to pick up the mower for field work. When we went to TH White's depot, their yard, and we also saw the slitter as well. So go and check that out because you get a little peek of the new machinery that we've got. And hopefully you'll be able to see the new mower, the Pottinger mower, in action soon. So until then, goodbye.